Let's start from the very beginning. Sam took George in when he was only 18 and George was only 3. He was definitely not ready to take such step, but he saw no other choice. He desperately wanted to help the little boy he found, so he decided to raise him the best he could. George quickly became the apple of his eye, having all Sam's attention centered on him only. Punk, 15 at the time, was always there to help Sam with his little son, even though he's short-tempered and never had enough patience for a little kid. He, in fact, loved him very much and enjoyed spending time with him. 2 years later, Sam adopted Quackity. He was 3 and mostly spoke Spanish by that time, so they all had trouble with communicating. Sam patiently taught him English, but it was not one-sided because Sam and George both learned few words in Spanish for him. Seemingly very calm and polite child, Quackity could go feral mode very easily. Sam thought George, as the older one, would easily take control over Quackity and chill him down. The feral mode would usually was shared, ending with one huge chaos. Sam enjoyed the role of dad that fitted him a lot, so he didn't think about stopping, and 2 years later, their family extended to 4 people, now having 2-year-old Tommy. As the babysitter at times, Punk was completely astounded that there are more and more kids appearing. He never had a very tight or close relationship with any of the boys, even though all 3 love him very much. Of course, it's never easy and calm with 3 monsters on your head, but it may be rewarding. And after next 2 years, Hannah joined them as their final audition in the age of only 1 year. Sam was worrying that little girl after 3 boys will be challenging, but turned out just fine. What turned out to be the biggest surprise was Punk's reaction. When he first held Hannah, she laughed at him, having in fact first laugh in her life. She enchanted him and their relation tightened. Hannah was the first of the kids that received matching Supreme clothes from Punk. He's spoiling her a lot, but so are her brothers. And after everything, the prince and the princess got married and lived together happily ever after. The end. The end? That's the whole story? There has to be more. Besides, I'm not sleepy yet. Oh, George, you really like to keep me as long as you can. It can't be the whole story. There has to be more. What happened next? They lived together. They had kids, probably, and were happy. So everyone has their prince somewhere. Me too. If you're a prince, I'm not a prince, Daddy. Just kidding, Pumpkin. But apart from that, yeah, I think that there's someone destined for everyone. For you too. So I will be with them one day. And what will happen to you? None of the princes had a dad. That's a normal turn of life, Georgie. One day, you will meet a person that you will know is the one for you. And you two will marry. You will have your own family. And I will leave you behind? No! I don't want to leave you, Daddy. I don't want you to be alone. Georgie, I won't be alone. I will always be by your side. I won't be the most important part, but I will always be there. Always? Always. Daddy, will you still marry someone? Maybe. And have a new baby? Sleep, George. It's getting late. Dad! Sorry, Pumpkin. Got lost in the thought. Are you ready? Yeah, are you okay? Of course. Why wouldn't I be? Because I'm getting married and You reminisce about all the years we spent together and just missing the times I was just a little boy. How did I raise you to become such a smart frog? Dad, not smart enough to know the veil comes in front. Why actually? The white veil means purity. When the groom takes it off, it symbolizes him being the one to claim your purity. Well, it's a nice decor. There's no purity in me. Dear God, George. Hey, George. Yes, Dad? I'm very, very proud of you, son. Thanks, Dad. It wouldn't be possible without you. But if he dares to hurt you in any way, you could have just ended it at how proud you are. You can remind him gently who your dad is. I will walk myself in a second.